Hey everybody, Joe here with a LEGO Ideas Disney 2024 review. This is set number 21352, Magic of Disney. It's made up of 1,103 pieces and measures over 19 centimeters high, 27 centimeters wide, and 17 centimeters deep, and it is rated for ages 18 and up. This set is based on a winning LEGO Ideas set titled Disney Magic by Creator Anna Chen, or 2A2A, that was part of the Disney 100 Years of Fairytales challenge. This set was released on the 1st of October 2024, and I'm only getting to it now because I was initially a little let down by the changes to the minifigure selection. The standard black box does a great job at highlighting this colorful Ideas set number 60, but I must say the font choice for the logo is a bit uninspired. I do appreciate the hidden fairy tale element in the greebling, and the shot of Magic Mickey on the side of the box is great. The back of the box does an equally good job at showing off the front of this set, even if the layout is a bit bland overall. It really is lacking the magic showcased in the set. And finally, the top side of the box gives us a nice shot of all the included minifigures. But opening up the box reveals 9 paper bags, with a few smaller paper and plastic bags inside, and a very nice instruction booklet that introduces the fan designer with her set, a write-up on Disney's 100 Years of Fairy Tales, a snippet from the LEGO Ideas design team, and a very nice overview of all the films included in the set. And the best part? No sticker sheets. The build is made up of 3 components, and it took me about an hour and 45 minutes to build the set. Phase 1 spans over 3 bags and sees you building the 3 vignettes at the front. Each microbuild offers diverse building techniques to keep you engaged before moving on to bags 4 to 6 that has you building the watery midsection that kind of reminded me of the Auspicious Dragon base, even if it wasn't as interesting. But there are smaller builds and characters that connects to it that kept me engaged enough. Finally, bags 7 to 9 keeps you focused on the giant Mickey, and you might notice another beloved Disney character as you build the core of the body. This phase was definitely my favorite one. But once you are done building the set, you should end up with these extra pieces. Now, onto the set. The completed model is definitely an attention grabber. It's colorful and densely packed with so many references that captures that Disney magic very well, even if I don't agree with some of the chosen films. Having Sorcerer Apprentice Mickey from Fantasia as the centerpiece is a fantastic way to tie all of the vignettes together, so hats off to the fan designer. There are 7 vignettes in total, with 3 main ones in front that's connected by only 2 black Technic pins. First up on the left, we have a mini Pride Rock from The Lion King. This is one change I'm happy with, and the overall shaping of the iconic rock is surprisingly good. To the side, we have a great Savannah tree build, along with some studs and flower pieces that is probably meant to represent Simba's pride. And then we have a comically large Simba figure on top of Pride Rock, but I'm happy to finally see him as a LEGO figure. To the right, we have the magical Madrigal house from Encanto. Personally, I'm not too fond of this inclusion, but that has mostly to do with my lack of personal connection to this relatively new film. That aside, I do think the micro house build is very well done, and I love the trees to the side. I would say that Frozen might have been a better modern classic to use, but I guess the vibrant colors featured in Encanto is more appealing. And then we have the best vignette taking center stage. The Beauty and the Beast is one of the all-time great Disney classics, and I'm very happy it made the cut. The build is actually the simplest of the 3 vignettes, but it also has some of the best elements, like the enchanted rose in the glass dome and that incredible printed stained glass design. That is just beautifully designed, and thank goodness it's not a sticker. There's also a few nice gold pieces used in this vignette, which is great for part collectors. Moving up to the middle of the set, we have Lilo from Lilo and Stitch surfing on a little mini wave build. This is another odd swap out for me, as the original set had Stitch, which for me makes more sense to include. Nevertheless, I think the way this vignette has been incorporated into the model is clever. On the other side of the waves, we have Sebastian and Flounder from another classic, The Little Mermaid. There's not much to say here build-wise, but I appreciate their inclusion, even if I am bummed out a little not seeing Ariel singing on that rock. Moving top left, we have Geppetto catching some waves on a small raft. This is my second favorite vignette because this scene from Pinocchio works very well with the set's design. The raft is also a great little build, and I really appreciate the printed wooden plank tiles. And our final scene depicts 3 enchanted broomsticks carrying buckets of water from Fantasia. This is another great inclusion not seen in the original that complements Mickey very well. I like the little staircase build, and the brick-built broomsticks look great to me. Before moving on to the set's focal point, I just want to show you the back of the set that gives us a better look at those nicely layered waves. I'm actually surprised how clean and tidy the back looks, considering that there's no real reason to look back here. So finally we get to the giant Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey Mouse. Overall, I think the build of his body is very good with his red robes and outstretched arms, but the face is a bit of a letdown to me. The printed eyes are very nice and the parts used to shape the head is good, but the lack of open smiling mouth makes him look a bit odd and almost annoyed to me. The ears also look fine even if they are attached in a bit of a flimsy way, but that iconic blue hat is great, especially with a printed metallic moon and stars. Now moving on to the figures, we start off with Simba. This is using the Lion Cub mold from the Friends theme, but the face, paw and chest printing, along with that striking yellow base color, makes it impossible to mistake this for just another generic Lion Cub. Next up we have Lilo, and even if we are getting her in another set soon, I think this figure is way better thanks to that printed 2x1 brick for her bottom half. Her back and torso printing is also good, but I do wish that the leaf pattern also extended onto the back of her legs. I love her hair that looks like it's blowing in the wind, and her face prints are excellent. Next we have Bruno, a character I'm not too familiar with, but just as a minifigure it's pretty good. His green poncho is beautifully designed, even if the print quality is a bit lacking over the brown legs. His wavy medium length hairpiece works very well, and I think his face prints are great for this character. He also comes with a printed trans green tile depicting the Madrigal house, as well as one of his rat companions. Next up we have Geppetto, a character I basically grew up with. His design is basic, but it does match the source material well, and the coloring is great. I love his shaggy white hair, and while it's always weird for me to see minifigures with noses, I do think this one does a very good job depicting the kind-faced Geppetto, and the alternative face suits the watery predicament he finds himself in. And finally, we have Belle, the best figure of this set. Our range of LEGO Disney princesses expands with a perfectly realized figure. The design on her torso and dress piece is great, and that detail is also seen at the back. And I also appreciate her dual molded arms that ties the outfit together nicely. The hairpiece is also perfect, and I love that it's not the soft rubber version we've seen before. Her face prints are the least varied of the bunch, but it still works well for the figure, and the overall quality of this figure is so good, it's really hard to nitpick. So while I don't entirely agree with some of the changes made to the set in terms of included vignettes and figures, I still think that this is a very good display set. There's so much to look at and appreciate for such a compact set, and the minifigures we get are very desirable. The building experience, while straightforward, was varied enough to keep me engaged, and the included pieces are sure to attract LEGO mock builders. The real magic of this set though is the value. How did we manage to get a licensed Disney LEGO set with amazing minifigures and no stickers for under €100 or dollars? Anyways, let me know what you think of this set, and please consider liking and subscribing to the channel if you like this review and what we do. And as always, thanks for watching.